Welcome, Gemini family. This is Magic Mom Ministries, and I am Nina Dietrich, and welcome to our first yearly live stream. So, we're doing this to get a quick look ahead about your coming 2019 and see what is going to be key for you. It looks like forgiveness is going to be a big thing. That's what at least was the channeling that I was getting for you. So we're going to use the Steampunk Tarot today by Barbara Moore. And then we're going to use the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen D. Farmer as well. And then I will get a few clarifiers out of the Divine Wisdom deck by Neil Donald Walsh if I feel that they are necessary. So let's get started. I'm going to pull cards really quick for each month. You get the Hanged Man for January. The Six of Wands for February. In March, we have the Tower. Don't freak out, it's okay. The Six of Pentacles for April. May has the Wheel of Fortune. I like that. See, no panicking. Sometimes things must fall apart so they can fall together the right way. We do have the Three of Swords, though, coming up in June, but this could have something to do with a past thing, I'm thinking. It may just be something that always makes you sad in June. Maybe something to do with your father, Father's Day thing, something like that. July has the Star. I like that. The Four of Cups for August. The Queen of Pentacles for September. Oh, I do like seeing her come out. The Three of Wands for October. November has the World. Wow, you have some majors coming out, guys. And we end with the Page of Wands. And this one, the Nine of Wands, also wanted to come out with that too. So I'm going to leave those ones together. And let's get our cards from the Earth Magic deck. And we're just going to pull these from the top like we have been. So we get Sanctuary, the Cave card for January, Fairies and Earth Magic for February, the Eagle and Communion for March, Gaia and Nurturing comes out in April, Purification and Rain for May, funny, the Tree and Grounding for June, so that's good, the Island and Solitude for July. August has the Dragonfly and Emergence, Music and Harmony in September. The Lightning card comes out for October. Summer Solstice and Radiance for November, so there may be some correlation between those two times. And then we get the Tsunami Wake Up Call in December. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one Divine Wisdom card to start your reading off, one for this mid-mark, and then I want one for the end of this year too. Okay. And then I'm going to get a soul coaching card for that one too. Okay. All right. Let's get started. For your January Gemini, we have the Hanged Man. So this is the card about enlightenment. So I think you already have an idea where it is you want to go this year and how you kind of want to get there. And this may have had you sort of retreating into your cave a little bit. Turn that around there. So you can do some figuring, right? And your message to start off this year is you must first see yourself as worthy before you can see another as worthy. And you must first see yourself as blessed before you can see another as blessed. You must first know yourself to be holy before you can acknowledge holiness in another. So I think you're going to be doing a lot of soul searching this year, Gemini, which is to be expected. A lot of signs are going to be doing the same thing. And you just kind of need to keep that in mind and be really gentle with yourself as you're going throughout the year, okay? So let's go to February, where you have the Fairy and Earth Magic card. I love this card. And it just shows her being illuminated by this light, right? Maybe an inspiration. And the Six of Wands is about us harnessing our personal power. So it could be something that's inspiring you in February to do that. And then it leads into your March, where you're kind of reaching a communion with yourself and your source, reconnecting possibly. And it could be leading to this Tower moment. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for the Tower, just because I always feel like the Tower needs a clarifier, and I'm going to get a soul coaching card for that this time. And we get enthusiasm, and then the Divine Wisdom card I pulled for it says, most people enter into relationships with an eye toward what they can get out of them, rather than what they can put into them. The purpose of a relationship is to decide what part of yourself you'd like to see show up, not what part of another you can capture and hold. So this may have something to do with a relationship in our lives, and it may be the catalyst that sets us on a new course. And it comes about due to your enthusiasm. Just remember, during the month of March, that you celebrate everything in your life and you live in limitless joy. Okay, so a reminder to you too would be that happiness is your birthright, right? Okay, miracles are natural. Remember that too. All right, so let's get. So for April, you got the nurturing card. So this may have you sort of stepping into a sense of nostalgia because it came out with the Six of Coins card. And the Six of Coins card is about being nostalgic, giving back to younger generations, maybe being a better example. So this nurturing of yourself could be just setting a better example for the younger people in your life too, that self-care is really important in April. In May, you get the purification card in rain. And what is better than after every source of destruction is the rain that comes after it to wash it all clean. And then you realize that you're at the top of the wheel. And when once you thought you'd never make it past the bottom, right? In June, you get the grounding card. So this is where our Three of Swords comes in. Okay. I think this is really about us kind of getting stuck in our heads about something that has to do with our past. And in June, it's going to be very important that you reach this sense of grounding. Okay. You really, really, really need to ground in to Gaia what it is you want to see in your life, because that's what you're going to be calling in September with the Solitude card, the Star, upon which you're going to wish your wish. Because God says, my messages will come in 100 forms at 1,000 moments across 1,000,000 years. You cannot miss them if you truly listen, and you cannot ignore them once truly heard. Right? So remember that in July. In August, you're going to be getting this sense of emergence, okay? But as it's emerging, make sure you're not sitting on it too tightly, afraid that it's going to run away from you. Part of the flow is letting things go when they want to go, and then knowing that they're going to come back to you tenfold, right? Okay, September brings us harmony, which we may be attaining through music of some kind. And the Queen of Pentacles lets us know that we will have all of the abundance we need in order to create that. Okay? September is going to be a good month for you guys. October, you're going to be harnessing your personal power because you've already been doing a lot of manifestation recently and you're starting to get the hang of it. And it makes this big choice even easier. So here we have 3 lanterns being held up kind of in the whole 1 if by land, 2 if by sea thing, only all 3 are lit. So what's that mean? It's coming at you from all directions, but are you scared? No, because you've got it handled, right? Because this summer you learned how to attain your radiance. And you already conquered the world. You have attained this mastery. Now all you have to do is sit back and wait for it to show up. The end of the year is where it's going to get a little bit tricky, okay? You have the tsunami wake-up call card, and I pulled a lot of clarifiers for this one because this is usually bigger than the tower moment, okay? We already had that back in March for you guys, so it could be a recurrence of that coming back, only magnified if you did not deal with it properly then, because it comes with the Page of Wands, which is about a message about some actions that we needed to take or need to take. And the 9 of Wands, okay? The 9 of Wands is, well, the 9 of Wands is about kind of feeling persecuted and like everybody's picking on you, but that's really not the case. And maybe you're just looking at things from the wrong perspective. Instead of looking at how you have not succeeded in life, maybe you should need to look at the things that you have achieved instead and delight in those, because the card that you got as a clarifier was delight, and it says, I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me because of that. And it says, I'm not concerned about your worldly success as your card from the divine. Only you are. It's true that when you achieve certain states of being over a long period of time, something in what you're doing in the world is very difficult to avoid. Yet you're not to worry about making a living. True masters are those who have chosen to make a life rather than a living. So maybe that's what you need to be focusing on this year. And maybe that's really what you need to ultimately forgive yourself for, is maybe you've been putting money before living, and maybe that should change. I think it's going to be changing for a lot more signs than just you, Gemini, so don't feel like you're alone. We're going to close this out really quick, and I'm just going to pick a affirmators card for all of you as your overall affirmation for this year. Let's see what it says. You get divine timing, no joke. So forgiveness is going to be essential, and patience is going to be key. Everything is timing, and timing is everything, Gemini. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. So it looks like your message, on top of just the need to forgive yourself and forgive other people, is just to trust that everything's happening when and as it should. And maybe you need to just let go of control a little bit. I know it's hard, but I have faith in you, Geminis. So this is it for me and Magic Mom Ministries. We love, appreciate, and are in full support of all of you in your journeys in 2019. And I hope you'll join us at 365 Days of Magic, which is going to be our private journey through what it's going to be like to live a more intentional life. And you can follow that link in the description box below. And also, If you need any personal or private coaching, you can shoot me a donation and leave your questions in the note box in the PayPal, and I'll get back to you with some answers as soon as I can. Remember, you're the light that lights up the world. Go out and treat yourself as such. And remember to treat everyone else that way too. Be well, be good, and I'll be right back with the reading for Cancer. Bye now, everybody.